Here is a new detail about Reacher Season 4 that changes everything we thought we knew about where this story is headed. We already know the action moves to New York City, but there is a second layer to this conspiracy that no one is talking about. One buried detail suggests that the flash drive from the subway isn't just evidence, it's a trap. And the man who set that trap may be someone Reacher once trusted with his life. You are watching Screen Explain. Alan Richson has confirmed that Season 4 goes further into government corruption than any previous season, and the Gone Tomorrow storyline is only the surface. This happens because the flash drive Susan Mark was carrying doesn't just contain a record of a classified mission in Afghanistan. It contains a secondary file, a kill list, with the names of every operative who was present at the original incident. This leads to Reacher understanding that Susan Mark wasn't a threat. She was a courier trying to get that list out before she was erased. Because of this, Reacher is no longer simply a witness in a federal investigation. He is now an unintentional custodian of information that 3 separate agencies want destroyed. This forces him deeper into New York's infrastructure, the tunnels, the back channels, the off-grid networks used by people who have gone invisible on purpose. This removes every safe house option he might have relied on because those networks have already been compromised. Which means that for the first time, Reacher has no allied ground to stand on at all. The Hoths, played by Agnes Mo and Engen, are not working for Congressman John Sansom directly. This is the detail that reframes everything. They are working for a private military contractor operating under Sansom's cover, which means that even if Reacher exposes the congressman, the actual threat simply transfers to a contractor with no public face and no political accountability. This happens because Sansom is not the architect. He is the shield. This leads Reacher to a brutal realization. The real enemy has no name, no address, and no pressure point that he can reach with his hands. Because of this, the season isn't just a physical fight. It becomes an information war. This removes Reacher's most reliable weapon, which is the ability to walk into a room, identify the threat, and end it. You cannot put your hands around a classified budget line. So now the question is not whether Reacher can survive the Hoths. The question is whether he can survive knowing the truth and having no legal mechanism to do anything with it. One idea leads to the next. If he surfaces the kill list, the contractor activates other assets. If he stays underground, the NYPD closes in and hands him to exactly the people he is running from. If he goes to the press, the story gets buried in the same classified framework that protected the original mission. A more likely outcome, according to what Rich Sun has teased about the season's emotional core, is that Reacher is forced to make a choice that costs him something permanent, not his life, but his last remaining belief that the institution he served was ever worth defending. The story becomes about a man who was built by a system and now has to decide whether to protect the people inside that system or burn it down to save the ones it already sacrificed. This leads to 2 possibilities. Either Reacher finds a way to make the kill list public through a channel the contractor cannot suppress, at the cost of his own identity and freedom. Or he buries it himself, not to protect the conspiracy, but to protect the surviving names on that list who are still alive and don't yet know their targets. Was Susan Mark trying to warn him? Or did someone put her on that subway knowing exactly what Reacher would do when he saw her? Subscribe for more Reacher Season 4 breakdowns. Drop your theories in the comments below. Share.